When you have a very short amount of time to prepare for the All India Bar exam, when the exam is just around the corner, what can you do? So we've prepared a 20-hour study plan and you can follow it to crack and complete your preparation for the bar exam at any point in time. All you've got to do is take out 20 hours. Of course, you should be in a place, in a state of mind where you can focus on the study materials, because this is going to be 20 hours of very concentrated learning. Let's visit the 20-hour crash course plan once. The first couple of hours, just go through the first module on Bar Hacker, which provides you the basics about the bar exam, the preparation strategy. There is a chapter on the different types of questions that are asked in the bar exam and how to crack them. And go through the past year's question papers. Do not try to solve them at the moment. Just try to see what are the different types of questions asked. Okay, don't worry about the solutions. Then familiarize yourself with what materials you have to carry. Go through the list of materials, start procuring them. Now, this 20-hour plan does not include the time required to print out the carry in materials. Okay, you've got to manage it at your own end. And in some cases, we suggest that you buy the bare acts from a proper bookshop or a bookseller so that they are concise. While you can print them from the internet, it will be whole deal of effort and it will become very clumsy for you to manage in the exam hall. We suggest that you go to a bookseller. So now that time we've not included here, but it's very manageable. So that's what you do in the first couple of hours. Just get your hack sheets, your carrying materials, all of that in order. Go through the past year's papers and go through the first module. Okay. Now the third and fourth hour, go through the code of criminal procedure. Now you will see that this plan is based on prioritization of the subjects that are important. So the subjects that carry the most number of marks, you are going to focus on them first. Then when you've covered a certain amount of material, after that there's a first mock test, and then you cover some more materials, and then there's the next mock test. Okay, and you're supposed to track your progress. Now in the mock tests you will attempt the whole paper. Let's get back now to the preparation part. So criminal procedure code, complete the subject and the quizzes. Okay, in the third and fourth hour. Hours 5 and 6, go through the contracts chapter, specific relief act, negotiable instruments act, and transfer of property. In some cases you may not find explanatory materials, and it's fine. Just take the carrying materials and crack the quiz, because we've tried to make this a light program, not something that's going to immerse you with tons of information. Okay, because wherever things are difficult, we have made a hack sheet or we've made some explanatory materials. But trust us, you do not require this for each and every little subject, and you want to focus on the things that are important. So use your time wisely at this stage. We suggest just follow this format. Hour 7, crack the civil procedure code. Okay, so go through the chapter and attempt all the quizzes that are there. Use your hack sheets. At no point of time use general browsing on the internet. Just don't do that. Okay, and use the hack sheets. Do not try to crack things from memory ever. Okay, because you might get to know the correct answer, but that's not what's going to come in the exam. The questions that are coming in the exam are very different, and what you are being tested on is your ability to find the answer. Hour 8, study the Indian Penal Code chapter, attempt the quizzes using the Bare Act and hack sheets. Hour 9, do this for the Evidence Act. In the 10th hour, do this for the Constitutional Law module. Now, by now, you have completed 56 marks worth of preparation from the syllabus. It is a good time to go for the mock test. Now, while giving the mock test, it's not that you attempt questions only for these marks. You should attempt all the subjects. Okay, so keep all your carrying materials handy. Okay, and this is a test, like how well are you able to answer questions for subjects which you've not studied yet. You can see that. Okay, and go for the whole mock test and check your marks. 14th hour, study professional ethics. There is a hack sheet also provided, and use it to answer the questions. And if you can't find the answer, make an educated guess. Okay, do this for public interest litigation and professional ethics both. For professional ethics, make sure you carry the BCI rules, the part that deals with professional ethics. We've made a reference to this in the carry-in materials. 15th hour is a crackdown on Consumer Protection Act, Motor Vehicles Act, and torts. Use the hack sheets and practice the quizzes. In some cases, you may not have the hack sheets, just use the Bare Act. Okay. 16th hour is the quiz and preparation on labor laws and alternate dispute resolution. There are some hack sheets which are there on labor laws. Okay, use them. And 17th to 19th hour, just attempt your second mock. 20th hour, see the answers, see where you fell short, okay, and then just take a break. There is a very high chance that if you followed this formula and you've had been able to, pay attention to the chapters while you're studying, you would have passed. Okay. Now this format enables you to prepare for 77 out of the 100 marks in the syllabus. At this stage, we are not encouraging you to prepare for all 100 marks, even though Bar Hacker is quite exhaustive. We want you to study for the most important subjects only at the last moment. The goal for you is to pass, to get over 40. So remember that, okay? And before we sign off, one last tip for the exam. Remember that questions from different subjects can be jumbled up. They may not be all together. So you may have one question of CRPC towards the beginning, something in the middle, and something at the end. So this is done so that it makes it more difficult for you to crack the exam. Now what people tend to do is that, every question they solve it as they go. Now that means they have to keep juggling between different barracks. So we'll suggest you that have a mental note of which are the subjects that carry the most marks. For example, as you see here, there is Criminal Procedure Code, Contract Specific Relief Act, Negotiable Instruments and Transfer of Property, Civil Procedure Code, Indian Penal Code, Evidence Act, Constitutional Law. Okay, these are the single subjects that carry the most number of marks. So when you start answering the paper, categorize the subjects. Okay, like in the first 10 minutes, just mark out the questions with a certain code in pencil which are actually based on the same subject, so that you can take a crack at questions on the same subject at once. That is something that people don't do, okay? And if you don't do that, you're likely to get tired, you might get flustered, and you might not finish the paper on time, okay? So keep this one tip handy. Cheers guys, all the best for the bar exam, and keep us posted.